Hello from Sweden and welcome to another pick a card reading. Before we start, I just want to mention today's sponsor, crystals and Reiki. If you're looking for some high quality or rare crystals, you should really check it out. Stu has an amazing and rare source for Moldavite, one of the most powerful crystals in the world, but he has also he has a lot of nice crystals. I've been getting a bunch. I'm very happy. They have all been very nice. So anyways, I have shared a link and a discount code in the comment section. So back to today's reading. The Akashic key you've been too blocked to receive. And I have prepared 3 different piles with oracle cards. The one that you feel the most drawn to will be your reading today. Like always, we're also using different tarot decks in each of the piles. And we have added crystals from Crystals and Reiki on each of the pile. So we have pile number 1 with the mouse and the Carnelian palm stone. We have pile 2 with flower and the black tourmaline. And we have pile 3 with the door and the Lepidolite, I think. Yeah, I was practicing how to say this, but now I forgot it anyways. So yeah. Okay, that is the options for today's reading. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, you can scroll down to the comment section where you will find your timestamps. And I will see you guys in your separate readings. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to the mouse and the Carnelian. They are matching. Yeah, I did this on purpose. It felt like the Carnelian crystal here belonged with the mouse. And the Carnelian is a stone of vitality. Some other keywords is, the keywords is vitality, motivation, and creativity. So let's just keep this over here. And we're going just to dive straight into your reading to see what is the Akashic key that you've been too blocked to receive. And we're going to start with a couple of tarot cards. So what is the Akashic key? Pile number 1 has been too blocked to receive. Do we have some more? Yep, 4 cards for you today. Okay. Let's just start. I need to pick them up. It's easier. Yeah, what is this? Yeah, it was a piece of the tourmaline was left on the table here. So, yeah, maybe you should check which pile was the tourmaline. I think pile 2. So, anyways, let's leave that to the side. We have death with the vulture here. Okay. We have 9 of swords. Okay, intense. Death and 9 of swords. Almost like an... There is a deep-seated fear within you. Could be, if it resonates, deep-seated fear within you that comes from some kind of past life is the first message that I'm getting here. Let's see what else we got. The Tower! What's going on? Wow, what's going on? Death, 9 of swords, the Tower. Both death and the Tower are connected to Scorpio energy, 8th house energy. So deep things are going on here. 9 of swords in the middle, a lot of anxiety, worry, and stress. And justice, wow, is rising up here. Whoa. I want to do this one as well. So let's do the King. Wow. Justice rising up here, getting your rightful justice. So the mouse made me think of being resourceful And, the mouse can, squeeze itself into very like small areas, and, it can move itself, like it can, somehow pile number one, it feels like the circumstances of your life doesn't really make sense. I think it's hard for you to see kind of the higher picture. Even the mouse, is pretty vulnerable creature, and always on ground, almost. Yeah, it just feels like you're like in some kind of like vulnerable place in your life, and things doesn't make sense, or you can't see the higher picture of things, and it's just painful. With the Death and Tower, this is pretty painful things going on. With the Nine of Swords here in the middle, showing that this is causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of worry, maybe even a lot of sleepless night. Because the Tower is always very, very, very destructive in its nature. It's destructive in its nature, but it's destructive because something is not working. So it's almost like it becomes like this big storm that causes everything to be like almost like bringing you like a crisis, energy here. But with the Justice here, I think many of you, because this is such a strong energy here, for some of you, we have two scenarios here. So for some of you, this is talking about some kind of deep-seated fear that you have. This is talking about the Carnelian stone is connected to the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. This is the lower chakras. You have some kind of blockage in these lower chakras that has to do with fear. Yeah, I mean, Death in the Tower. This is like existential fear almost, or fear for your safety, fear for not being able to maintain a life where you can feel safe. For some of you, this is really talking about this fear comes from past lives when you, I don't know, almost got killed. The Tower, Death, Nine of Swords, you went through like a lot of, there's a lot of dark karma here. There's a lot of like past lifetimes where you went through like very deep things. And yeah, I'm sorry this comes up in your reading, but yeah, this comes up. But there's a very positive thing here. Look, this is going to turn. We have the Justice and we have the King here. You're taking yourself out of this. But it's almost like this is like predominant, or this is coming up in your life maybe right now. Like a lot of purging, a lot of fear, a lot of stress, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, maybe even existential questions coming up in your mind. There's a lot of depression maybe, or this big blockage is coming out. For some of you, this is talking about, this is happening right now. There is like almost like a dark night of the soul that you're going through now. But there's big things coming out. There's pretty big things going on, I think, in your life right now. And I think actually for all of you, this has some connection with past lifetimes. Because we're talking about the Akashic records. And the Akashic records is almost this energetic library that shows your past, present, and future. So, and the guides are showing me that this needs to happen now. This is actually this might seem not good, but this is a blessing in disguise. This is the key. The key is that this is not bad. Whatever you're going through here, it's not bad. Even if it's the worst case scenario, crisis almost, with the Death in the Tower and the Nine of Swords. I mean, it's in your reading. It's right here. We can't like sugarcoat this. This is heavy energies going on here. But look at the Justice here. I love that we took one last card here and we made it 4 cards, because otherwise it would be like, whoa, what's going on? But the Justice here, look how you're rising up here. You're balancing this out. You are freeing yourself. And like the King here, with a hand almost coming from the desert, you are rising up here like the King. You have the King seal here even. Yeah, you're very like, wow, this is going to turn... the worst case scenario almost, or like the worst storm or the worst dark night of the soul is going to turn around and bring you blessings, bring you big blessings. And the thing is here with Carnelian, the stone of vitality, I feel like you have been struggling maybe with fatigue, maybe with heavy emotions, maybe with like certain thoughts or certain blockages when it comes to home, career, relationships, finances, because these are the lower chakras, your power. And I think like this big storm here that you're somehow with the justice here, you are purging that. There's a big purge going on. You are purging that. This is going to change your health, like big time, your body, because you've been carrying so much of this junk here. So much of this heavy baggage has been in these chakras, and it has caused you physical problems. It has caused you mental problems, emotional problems. You've been like imbalanced in certain areas of your life. Now there's a chunk being like, yeah, time. And they keep showing me the Akashic records, and they're like, they're picking up a book. They're opening the book and they're showing me the middle. So this is like, they're saying this is going on right now. They're showing me this is the now. And then they're showing me like, I want to look back. They say no need to look back. The past is what they're saying. The Akashic guides here. The past is the past. You don't no need to look at that. You're here now. There is a big purge now. It could be intensified now because it's time. Divine timing is here now for this with justice here to be balanced, to be purged, to be dealt with, to be liberated from. Justice and the king, and you will rise as the king. This is also, divine masculine energy. Look at this. We have the chakras here, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. So we have it all here. How you're rising here, taking your power back, your vitality back, your health back. Milky Way with perspective. Yeah, Milky Way with perspective. But look at this. You go from, this is a big purge going on, and I can feel it in my stomach, actually. Yeah, it's like my stomach is like, there's energies moving in my stomach. So things are really like going on. Something with your diet is going to change. I don't know if you ever noticed that when we go through big changes, purges and things, it's like we can, all of a sudden we feel like, no, I don't want to eat meat, or I don't want to eat fried foods, or I don't want to eat this, or I don't want to eat that. So something like with your diet is also going to change because your body is going to become lighter. You're going to get perspective on things. And I think, because many of you are in this like storm purge, or it's approaching you. Either it's already happened or it's approaching you. When we are in this very stormy energies, it's very hard to understand that this is coming with a blessing, because it doesn't feel like a blessing. It feels like hell. Somebody tells us, yeah, this is a blessing. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's not a blessing. I feel bad. So I think this is like, could be hard for you. That's why it's coming through in the reading today, saying like, yes, this is going to be in the end a blessing. And I would say that this is not a long thing going on. It seems that it's something that has come up right now, or is coming up like now soon, because once again, they opened the book, they showed the middle, they said this is happening now. So this is not going to be something going on for years and years. This is like a 2 or 3 week purge, something like that. And then you're going to get like a lot of perspective. You're moving into the light here. So this is meant to be like a successful purge, a successful ending here. But there's a lot of intense emotions. Death, 9 of Swords, the Tower, can't deny that. There's a lot of intense emotions, yeah. Mentor. Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character is the light attribute. The shadow attribute is inability to allow the student to move on to the role of the master. The mentor. Is this a person? Is this a guide? Let's leave that. Yeah, let's leave that. Let's do more cards. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Yeah, I think, I almost want to tell you also to change your diet a little bit. For some of you, it's good to do some fasting. If it's we have different type of bodies. and needs and soul types. So you have to listen to what suits you, because for some people, you know, fasting is actually the opposite. It's not good, and for some people it's really good. You know, intermediate fasting can be good. You know, you stop eating at 5 in the evening and you don't eat until like 7, 8 in the morning, so your body gets like to relax a little bit and not work through digestion and like working so hard. And drinking like lemon water, I think it's good for you to keep your body light now, and because there's heavy energy blockages that's like want to move, and if we like eat very heavy food, it's very hard for these energies to dissolve. So it's like almost like make it easier for your body by choosing healthier and lighter food for you. It will make it much easier for the energies to move. The mentor here almost feels like a guide. It sounds strange, but it could even be me, which sounds strange. But yeah, it's almost like I'm, you know, it comes, the advice that is coming through is the mentor that is guiding you through this. Because at times, you know, when we go through very big storms, you know, I always call my husband my twin flame, you know, and he's always holding a very, you know, it's always nice to talk to someone that's not in the storm, you know, and just to get like certain advice and say like, yeah, just do this and this and it's going to work out. So it's almost like if you can't hear, if you're completely lost in the intensity, then maybe find somebody that's not going through a storm, somebody that you rely on, and try to listen to what they have to say, what kind of advice they can give you. Almost, you know, it's okay to hold somebody's hand for a little while if that is what you need to be able to pull through. Because it's, yes, you know, independence and things like that is good, but we need each other as well. So sometimes we need to lean on somebody that we can trust when we're going through difficult times. So the mentor here is almost somebody that you can lean on a little bit, that you can hold their hand a little bit, but in a healthy way, in a balanced way. Could even be that this person can bring you perspective here. Wow! Dragon. Nice. Woo. Yeah, I mean, you're big time. This is a big transformation going on here, and you are big time taking back your power. Look at this dragon energy. You can even call in if you like to work with dragons. If you have a connection to dragon energy, call in your dragons, because yeah, you're going through a very powerful thing here. This could really be like a big storm, a big purge, and you're going to feel great after this. You know, I mean, look at this card. With the Justice here, actually. The Justice looks so free here. Yeah, doesn't it? It's like, woo, yeah, I don't know. It's like this feeling of freedom here. Cleansing waters, freedom. Yeah, look how you're going to feel great. Look how peaceful you are. Yeah, so intense, yes. Stormy, yes. But from a higher perspective, you are moving, you're cleansing yourself. You know, it's almost like you are in a what is it called? You know, washing machine. Let's go with a washing machine. Yeah, you're in a washing machine. Blah, 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 blah. You know, but you're getting clean. Yeah, you know, it will stop and you will be all clean. So yeah, you will rise here once again. Almost feels like you're in the desert. Yeah, desert, water. Yeah, water. It's very important for you to drink a lot. I keep feeling lemon water, or like lukewarm water, and like really keep your body light, and yeah, don't eat heavy food and unhealthy food and things like that, because it's stressing your nervous system almost. You need to take like extra good care of yourself. The mouse here, be resourceful, take care of yourself. You're gonna get like a lot of, you're gonna unlock a lot of things. Yeah, you're gonna get like a lot of energy after this, because you have purged the lower chakras. So yeah, it's been like blocked. Now you're gonna get like a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, a lot of vitality. You're gonna feel creative. You're gonna feel resourceful with the mouse here. So your life is like kind of gonna take off after this. So yes, you're going through a dark night of the soul. There is a storm, but it's going to end great. Yeah, this is good. This is good for you, even if it's like horrible. You know, yeah, even if it's horrible. You know, sometimes there's very big chunks of things coming up, or there's something happening with the Tower. You know, it's very unexpected energy. Something is happening in the external that's very difficult for us. But, you know, yeah, it's hard to make sense of it. You don't have to make sense of it. This is just giving you that higher perspective, saying that this has its purpose. And it will bring something, there will be something positive coming out of this. Victory! Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Wow, yeah, victory will come out of this. Look at this, the dragon energy, the victory, the justice here. Yeah, this is like big, actually. Equally big, the purge is like, the victory is going to be. Now, I mean, look at that. We have the Phoenix and the right here and the number 42 here. So maybe somebody's 42, but yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, you're going through a Phoenix phase. You're going through a Phoenix purge. You are being burned. I mean, death, 9 of Swords, the Tower. You are being burned. The dragon even, you know. Yes, you're, once again, you are being burned. Oh, it feels like a hellfire maybe, but it's not. It's the almost like the purgatory. Yeah, I can't say that. Yeah, but you're gonna rise as the Phoenix. What is being burned? What is being burned is this past life blockages in the lower chakras. The fear, the worry, the anxiety, the existential fear of death almost. Yeah, for some of you, this goes very, very deep. You can see what this is for you because you are the one experiencing it. But you will rise up as the Phoenix here with victory. With victory. And the last card here is Anunnaki Light Codes. Energetic shift, new information, and end of a cycle. Yeah, I mean, you are really ending a big cycle. This is like almost like a big, one big last purge, or like, oh, yeah, this is big things going on, pile number 1. And I know if you can't feel this, this is not the pile for you. Whoa, what happened? Your channel just flipped like this. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Oh, this also stuck. What's going on? Tarot cards really want to talk, I think. Is there one more card? Yeah, no? No, I think we're just going to do those 2. Yeah, these 2 really came out strong. What did I say? Yeah, if you don't feel this, it could be that this pile is not for you. Or it could be that it's coming. And I don't want to scare you in a way anyway. But it's coming, but it's, you know, it's coming, but it's going to be good. It's going to be okay. You know? Don't, it's almost like hold your anchor. Like hold your ground. Because you have tools to keep you on the ground. And if you have somebody that you can like talk to and things like that, that's perfect. But you also have very powerful guides next to you. This is not a chaotic thing, even if it could feel like it. This is meant to be. This purge is meant to be. So it's like very overlooked by your guides. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, perspective. And we have the giraffe here, you know. So higher perspective. You are reaching some kind of masterhood here with the 3 of Pentacles. The student, you are the student that is becoming the master. Wow, the mentor is almost like the, I'm getting Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. So yeah, it's like your guide has been teaching you something. And now is almost like the final test. Wow, this is intense. Yeah, this is the final test before the big shift, before the enlightenment, before you are ready to be reborn to the Phoenix, before you are ready to reclaim your dragon power. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I keep feeling like this is the I keep hearing like this is the last test. And you've been tested a lot. You've been going through a lot of these things. And yeah, once again, you've been tested a lot. But yeah, once again, this is the last test. You look at this card that came out. So let's take this one. The Fool. Wow, your reading is like, I mean, they're speaking very loud. Your Akashic guides and yeah, Archangel Metatron is coming out. Yeah, actually, Archangel Metatron is coming out very, very strong in this reading. You have gifts, because Archangel Metatron works a lot with highly gifted souls. So you are very gifted. You are a higher star seed or a soul with a mission. This is like you are reclaiming your dragon true essence energy, whatever that is. Now, with this last, something with this last big purge. This last big purge is what's going to make you reclaim your masterhood. And you're ready. With the Three of Pentacles and Nine of Cups, you know, and then the Fool here. Yeah, something is happening here. Almost like you're jumping a step with the Knight of Cups and the Fool. I think they're gonna help you to... There's something new starting. Yeah, there's something new and exciting starting after this. You're ready for the next level of your ascension. You're ready for the next level, and that's going to be something completely new with the Fool here. So you're transitioning really from... for many of you, this is the last fear. This is the last connection that you have to your past lives. That's why when we all opened the book, and I wanted to look back to say, no, there's no need anymore to look at the past. You're in the middle now, this big last storm coming up here, or this very big purge. There's no need to look at the past because the past is gone. But the future here with the Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Fool, you mastered one stage. You've mastered one stage. The second stage here is almost mastered, and the third stage is... I want to take another card for Knight of Cups because it feels like this stage is not done. Yeah, I think this is the card Ace of Pentacles. There's a Knight of Swords. A lot of knights here. You are ready for... Yeah, I'm getting a message. You are ready for the next step. And the next step is going to be higher. So you're finishing off almost like your past life karmic things and the purges and the heavier things. And now you're stepping into a higher timeline with Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Fool here. I don't know if you heard that, but it was like a crow or a raven just outside making sounds. So that was a confirmation, yeah. The Fool talks a lot about transition. So you are really transitioning. And I feel like you got rid of the fear here. There's no fear here. You're free here. You're liberated. You liberated yourself. Victory is yours here. Yeah. Okay, pile number 1. This was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, pile number 1, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to the flower, the lotus flower here. So let's put it here. You also felt drawn to tourmaline, the stone of purification and protection. One of my absolute favorite crystals as an empath. This is very good because it absorbs negative energy and really protects us from it. So let's keep it here. Or where should we keep it? Yeah, let's keep it there. So we're going to just dive into your reading. So the Akashic key that you've been too blocked to receive. What is the Akashic key? Pile number 2 has been too blocked to receive. Okay, let's start with those. I'm just going to pick it up, and I think we're gonna start with that one as well. 2 of Swords, we have a Daughter of Cups, we have 5 of Swords. I think Daughter of Cups is Page of Cups. Page of Cups. We have 5 of Swords. And we have 9 of Cups. 2 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Page of Cups and 9 of Cups. There's There's almost a war going on here between you and your dream. Yeah, your shadow and your light. Within your shadow, there is a war going on. This war is not just between you and yourself, your shadow self. There is actual people involved in this war with the Five of Swords here. But this war is triggering your shadow self. Or this problem. I'm calling it the war because there is a struggle here. There is a struggle, and there is like, it's hard to cooperate, or it's like there's two sides that you don't understand each other, or it's like there's a misalignment of energies here. And then we have another side of you. And the other side of you is, I feel, is represented of the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups here, which I feel is you trying to make your dreams be fulfilled. It's a very pure and a very nice energy. And even the cards here shows it. The black tourmaline, the stone of purification, but also protection and grounding. And then we have this very, the lotus flower full of colors. Look at it. It's like falling apart. When the tourmaline falls apart, it is because it's a very, what do you say? The stone in itself is very like this, you can't put it underwater and things. I think you can actually, but yeah. But when it falls apart, usually it is because it's absorbing negative energy. So look at this. In your reading here, it's already protecting you. Yeah, it's already protecting you in the reading. And once again, yeah, it's really showing this contrasting things going on in your life right now, where there is a struggle, almost I would say like a war, and it's triggering your pain. It's triggering you in some way. Let me just clean up a little bit. I don't know where to put this. Yeah, okay, like that. Yeah. But there's also something very beautiful going on for you, but it's completely like really, you're living something. There's a strong duality here between the shadow and the heaviness of your life and the purity of your life with the Page of Cups, even called the Daughter of Cups, making this card very like soft and yin, very soft and feminine energy here. It's very sweet, and this feels like when you are not triggered, like when you're stepping away from the war that's going on here, or the people who's triggering you, I feel like you're in a pretty good place. And I feel like your soul is ready for that new beginning. But, this is like one card here, one card. It's like almost like it's stopping you because you go back and forward. You're fluctuating in your energy. To be able to really manifest your dream, you have to hold your vibration. You have to almost raise that baseline of yours. And your baseline is fluctuating now. At one day you are very high vibrational. You feel like you're in this very good Page of Cups energy. You're flowing with life. Life feels exciting and new, and you look forward to making your dreams come true here with the Nine of Cups. And then, maybe an hour later, something triggers you, something happens. There's a lot of swords here, and you go like, boop, you're back in the shadows. So you go back and forth like this. And the flower wants to bloom here. Your soul is ready to move on. So we're going to try to figure out what these swords are, and how you can deal with it, or like what is the Akashic key you've been too blocked to receive? Like what is it? We don't know. Let's do more cards. The vessel. The darkness is even moving towards you here. See here. You're trying to protect yourself. Yeah, you need to protect yourself. Look at this. With the tourmaline here. This is talking about protection. Could be even because something is attacking you. Even the swords here, look at the sword here, is attacking the Daughter of Cups here, the Page of Cups here. So it could be that you need to protect yourself more. And you need to protect yourself more by grounding yourself and by removing yourself from something maybe. Maybe, look at this with the darkness here and the light here. Maybe you think this darkness is going to bring you something. Maybe somebody's fooling you, telling you, yeah, I will get something. Or maybe you think that your dream will come here. I don't know what this is, but it seems like you know, look how she's holding her hands over her body, protecting her most intimate parts here. I think we don't have to censor this card. No, I think it's fine. So you need to protect yourself, and it's almost like you're it's almost like you're withstanding the abuse because you have an idea that it's going to bring you something here. Maybe holding on to something. The Two of Swords shows the dead end here. The Five of Swords shows that you're not getting anything from this situation. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups shows, yes, you have dreams, but I feel like your dreams are not connected with these two energies here. This will not bring you this. If you look here, it's only bringing you darkness here. Yeah, there is some light very deep in here. So maybe you're holding on to some person because you can see their light. Typical empath. You know, they're abusing you, but they're like, yeah, but I can see their light. Even Hitler had the light, you know. So let's see what else we got here. Rain and purification. Ooh, okay, I'm feeling this very strong. There's a karmic cord, you know, the Akashic key you've been too blocked to receive. You have a person in your life, and you have there's a duality here. At one hand, you have deep affection to this person. You have deep affection, and there is some kind of higher soul bond. You have lived lifetimes together that has not only been bad, but there is something with this connection and this person that's now working in this lifetime. And I think it's your task to see that. It's your task to see that this person only brings you harm and pain. It can be any type of person. This is not only talking about love. This can be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a child, anybody. But it seems to be that you are very close to this person, I would say. You're very close to this person, and not only that, there has been positive moments with this person. There's memories, not only in this lifetime, also in past lifetimes. And it could even be that you see the best in them or something like that. But I feel like it's almost, you know, rain and purification. It's like you can't help them, or you can't change them, or you can't sacrifice your own healing and ascension and well-being. It's like they're keeping you stuck. I feel like you are the Page of Cups here. You're stuck between these two swords. So your dream is being on pause here. This is keeping you stuck. Yeah, this is keeping you stuck. Page of Cups, and your soul is like, I'm ready now. I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to learn self-love and happiness and freedom, and you know, and I'm ready to receive wishes and things. So you are ready. You are ready. The flower has already bloomed here with the flower here. So you are ready. But it's almost like you need to come to some kind of realization of what or who you need to let go of or protect yourself more against. The hedonist, light attribute, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrate the beauty in yourself. Yeah, you're ready to live this free life. Yeah, free life where you celebrate yourself. You're sacrificing yourself for a war that cannot be won, a bond that cannot be fixed, a person that cannot change. And I'm not saying they can never change, but you can change them. They have to change themselves. They have to find their own path. For some of you, even holding on to them could be that you are taking away their own experience, their own. It's almost like it could be that you're taking away their own problems, It's like they don't have to take responsibilities because they know you're always going to be there. It's better for them to face their own self-destruction almost, you know? So and you're like an empath here in the middle, so it feels like you're carrying like a lot of emotions for another person, and you're not meant to do that. For some of you, yeah, this is your child, or this is somebody you really care about even. Or, this is somebody, it could even be, this could be like a twin flame or something, it could be anything. And you feel like, wow, I feel so much love to this person, I see their light, but, they're hurting me here, and I'm consumed by the pain, but I'm trying to hold this higher spiritual light and awareness for them to purify themselves and change. But what's happening here now is like, you're not being a light worker, you're being a light slave. Yeah, I heard somebody talk about this. Great woman that was channeling, I think her name was Luna. Yeah, Luna. I just saw it. She just popped up in my YouTube the other day. She was channeling dragons and Luxor in Egypt. I was like, wow, this is my energy. Yeah, I can really recommend to check it out. So anyway, she was talking about being a light worker or being a light slave. It seems like you be sure that you're not a light slave. We have to release people to let them have their own experiences. For some of you, this is just destructive, and you just need to get out of it, and maybe you're holding on out of fear. But I feel like a lot of love here, actually, and I feel like you really want the best for them. Let's do more cards. Here came the dragon. Talking about dragons. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. The more you focus on yourself, the more you focus on your own happiness, the more you protect your energy and refuse to absorb other people's emotions. Refuse to take responsibility of other people's almost self-destructive behaviors. The more you step away from the drama, the better you're going to feel, and the more you're going to be able to maintain like this steady frequency, because now it feels like you're fluctuating a lot, and we want to keep you on a steady vibration because that is going to move you forward towards your dreams coming true, moving you forwards to a life where you're celebrating the beauty in yourself and in the world here, where you are uncovering the treasures of your life. And it could even be that your paths are not aligned. You and this person's paths might not be aligned, and maybe they will be aligned sometime in the future, but right now it's no, it's a complete, you're just stuck here in the middle. The best thing that we can do sometimes, the biggest gift we can give somebody else at times, is to let them go. The biggest gift we can give somebody is to not absorb their feelings and to force them to take responsibility over their own pain, and suffering. Because we know ourselves, I would never have grown if I didn't take responsibility and if I didn't face my own demons. Yes, it was very difficult. It still is at times, but that's the only way to grow. If somebody always takes away my pain, nothing will happen, I would keep the same patterns and things like that. I wouldn't have grown or healed. So for some of you, this is really talking about, yes, maybe this is somebody you love, but if you leave them, focus on yourself, they're going to catch up maybe. Things are going to happen to them, especially if they're meant to be in your life. Yeah, it's time for you to uncover your treasures. And I feel sad and I feel love. Yeah, I think this is a love. I think there's a lot of deep connection between you and this person. And I think that's what's making it so difficult. But I think the lesson here, the Akashic key you've been too blocked to receive here, the lesson here is like you are meant to, there's a lot of self-love on your path. A lot of self-love and prioritizing yourself, because you've been sacrificing yourself in many, many lifetimes. You've been sacrificing your well-being for other people's well-being. And this is like, it's not bad, because it means we have a lot of compassion for other people. But in this lifetime, you're meant to choose yourself. You're meant to choose your own happiness. You're meant to learn that you don't have to sacrifice yourself and you don't have to save everybody. And that people have their own guides and they are being guided. So it's like, it's a lot about letting go. It's a lot about learning how to let go and trust that the universe will take care of certain people. And then focus more like on the own flowering of your consciousness and your soul here with the lotus. Taking care of your own vessel. Making you happy. The hummingbird. Wow, this is such a light energy in your reading, yeah. And this is the contrast. You are so light and they are so heavy. Yeah, you are so light, you are so ready. And it seems they are not ready. With the, almost feels like they are the Two of Swords here and the Five of Swords. But when you are like holding on to them, or you're trying to fix them or something, you are also in the Two of Swords and in the Five of Swords. So it's like almost like trying to control them, or not control them, but trying like kind of to help them, or I don't know, fix them, or it feels like you're losing yourself, even like waiting for them. And some of them are taking you for granted, maybe even. I think like for some of you, you need to know like the happier you become, and the more self-love you practice, and the more you focus on yourself, something is going to happen with them as well. For some of you, it could be that you're moving away here and you're finding some happiness, and they will like re-enter your life. There's something big going on with a soul bond. Yeah, this is it. They're really talking about this soul bond. It's very complicated actually, because there's both love, but I feel like you are more ready for the next step than they are. So you need to choose yourself. You need to choose yourself. Compassion. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Yeah, you know, it's also releasing and choosing yourself without hate, without anger, without frustration, because somebody's going through their own thing. And we need to accept that. They are going through their own thing. And maybe you even have to watch from the side when they're making all the wrong choices for themselves. When they're doing everything wrong, maybe you can't do anything because they can't hear you. They are not ready for what you want them to be ready for. They are not there. They're not ready. It doesn't work for them. They are still here. So like, yes, for some of you, this is really talking about your divine counterpart actually. But it doesn't have to be, it could be your child, or it could be anybody, you know, that you have a very strong bond with. But it's the best thing that you can do is to focus on you, finding your ground and finding a stable, everyday vibration of well-being. And I think the easiest way for you to do this is to release them a little bit and put healthy boundaries. And then you have to see what happens. The best thing is like with compassion and you know, if this, you can even send them healing, you know, look at this, compassion and healing here. Yeah. But you don't want to get involved in their energies and their troubles, because they have so much troubles here. I almost want to take one more tarot card. Yeah, let's do that, because I wonder like what's going to happen like with them, like when you take a step back, or, you know, yeah, we want to know what's going to happen with them. We have King of Wands. Wow, look at this King of Wands. Look at this lightning here. Yeah, wow, this is going to be intense. King of Wands. And we have Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups, yeah. So this is a very strong bond that you have. There's a lot of memories here with the Six of Cups. Look at the roots here. For some of you, this is a family member. But yeah, this is a very strong bond. I keep getting that feeling. King of Wands. So what's going to happen here is like they're going to have to face their own ego. And it's not going to be easy for them. But it's going to be good. It's going to be great. You know? Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. The way, if you want to help them, the way you can help them is for you to find your own happiness and vibrate at a very high level. Because the higher your energy goes, because you have some kind of, look at this, root connections from your soul, the higher you go in your awakening, the more light is coming from you. Look at this. It's almost like your hands are on light here. Your aura is lit up here. the more light is going to be shed on them. The more light is being kind of shed on them or coming to them, the more they are ready, the more they are going to crack open. It's not going to be an easy crack open for them because they're going to have to face things that they have avoided. But it's necessary for them to face these things that they have avoided, and it's necessary for them to do it almost alone. They need to face their own demons to change. And you need to not be there when they do it. Mother of Cups. Wow, Queen of Cups. So yeah, Queen of Cups is you. You are the healer. So you are meant to heal somebody. You are meant to heal somebody. This is, okay, wow, this was so strong. I have to say this because the other day I got a very strong message, and I heard, because I have a narcissistic mother and she has brought me the worst, this is my biggest trauma actually, is the mother wound, the trauma bond with my narcissistic mother, because, I was the one that she was like doing all her abusiveness on, I was the chosen one. Yeah, so anyways, that to the side, I realized that she brought me the blessing of pain and suffering, which sounds so strange, but she brought me a blessing of pain and suffering. With all this pain and suffering, I would never have come here that I am today, where I am on this path of very high spiritual awakening and healing. I would have never came here. So somehow it was a blessing. She gave me the blessing of pain and suffering. I am going to bring her the blessing of love and compassion. So yeah, do you hear? And I realized this was so strong. I was like, wow, it's really going to be like this, because I know I'm in no contact since 1.5 years. I'm not ready, but I know I'm going to reach, if we keep on healing, we can reach a place in ourselves where we are completely healed and completely detached. We don't take the narcissistic abuse personally anymore. There's nothing that they can do to us anymore. Then we will just be a beacon of light and healing, full of compassion. It's very painful for people with very dense egos like this. Either they die, or they transform, or they spiritually die. Something happens with them. So you are meant to bring somebody the blessings of healing and compassion. And maybe they are bringing you a lot of pain and suffering. But you also need to protect yourself. You also need to remove yourself from that. You can't be drawn into their darkness, but just because you have a soul connection and you can see the light. No, that's not the way. It will only consume you. You will only lose yourself. This is not the lesson. The lesson here, the Akashic lesson here, is to choose yourself, to choose self-love, to trust that they have their own guides, to trust that you have another path that's separate from them, but somehow you're still connected. And maybe somewhere in a very beautiful future, this person is also healed, and you can be with each other or be around each other in a more balanced way. The Queen of Cups here, you are the healer, the very, very wise healer. And they have something very heavy to go through. Look at this King of Wands. Like I said, they're going to have to face their inner demons. And it's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be easy. But it's completely necessary for them. Equally necessary, you went through your demons. You needed to face your fear and all these things. They need to do that too. Without somebody helping them or saving them or, sacrifice, you're not supposed to take their pain. They need to deal with their own pain. Lion and leadership. And we have a number 40 here. Maybe that makes sense for someone. Yeah. Lion and leadership. Leo energy has a lot to do with ego and arrogance. Leo, when we talk about Leo energy from the shadow aspect, of course, Leo energy from the light aspect is like big, warm-hearted, very, 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 very nice energy, very powerful, big heart. So we have the contrasting energy here once again, the ego versus the heart. For you, you have to choose the heart. You have to choose the heart. Always choose the heart. And if something or somebody keeps on making you close your heart, maybe you need to take a step away. You take a step away, you heal, you become even more powerful in your heart, in your compassion. And many times we don't have to be in each other's lives, in somebody's life to affect them. We can do it from far away, So what else do we got here? Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. This is interesting because we have the sacral chakra and the sacred inner space, and she's covering her sacred parts here. So it's about treasuring your sacred inner space. It is about honoring yourself. It is about choosing yourself with Leo and leadership. It's about choosing yourself without shame and guilt. And it's about protecting yourself. Yeah. And you have many beautiful things on your path. You know, where you celebrate the beauty in yourself, the beauty in life, and where you are uncovering many karmic, positive karma treasures and unlocking many gifts within you. This is your path. This is your path. Let's do one more card. Let's do normal card. So final card, what's going to happen with this person? Are they going to change? Will they change? Will there be a peaceful resolution? Yeah. Yes. Page of Wands. Yes, wow. They went from the King of Wands, very, wow. Very, almost, King of Wands from the ego aspect here, and the lightning here, the cobra here, and, a lot of ego. The ego is broken down. Page of Wands. Whoo, they're soft. This could be a fire element that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, of course. But they're fire. They have a lot of fire. They have a lot of ego. There's a lot of destruction around them. A lot of masculine energy here. And then we have the Page of Wands showing like, so they will change. They will change, but it could be that it will take some time, and they have to go through their own self-destructive pain and demons that they are creating. You keep yourself far away from that, because you already went through your shared deal of pain and suffering. So pile number 2. This was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, pile number 2, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to the door. The door in the desert. Yeah, I think it's a desert. The door in the desert. Okay, let's put it here. You also felt drawn to the Lepidolite. Lepidolite, yeah. I listened to this pronunciation so many times and I still can't get it right. But this is the stone of peace. Sometimes it's called the peace stone or grandmother stone, because it is thought to have nurturing and calming energies. So let's put the peace stone next to the door here. And let's just dive into your reading. We're going to take a couple of tarot cards, and we're going to start with tarot cards and this card, I think. My nail polish matches this deck. So what is the Akashic key? That pile number 3 has been too blocked to receive. Should we do one more card? Yeah, I think that one. Okay. Ace of Wands. Nice start. Ace of Wands, the new door opening here. Okay. And number 1. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. So yeah, number 1. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Wands. Wow. Nice. There is a door here for you. Yeah, there is a door here for you. Are you seeing this door, pile number 3? There's the desert here, but there is a beautiful door here. It's night here and there's a moon here, so it could be that it's a little bit hidden from you. The path to your peace. The path to your peace is just here. Let's see what this is. The river. Nice, and the reflection of the black horse here. Huh. Well, I feel so much peace here. Oh, it feels so good. You need to step out of this door. Ace of Wands. There seems to be the Akashic key. You've been too blocked to receive. There's a way out, or there is something very peaceful. Look at the river here, and here also with the Queen of Cups, the water is moving here. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, 2 fire. We have 2 fire signs here, or 2 fire cards, Ace of Wands and Page of Wands here. And these are pretty intense. The fire cards are like pretty intense, you know, because they are carrying the fire element, and especially Ace of Wands, you know, it's very explosive energy. But it also talks about big time growth. Yeah, it's different here. It's talking about growth and peace. I think peace is moving like straight towards you. Yeah, I think, you know, Akashic records, they are showing me your future. The Akashic guides are showing me the future after many, many years, or after been walking in the desert here. But the desert is also, you know, Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert before he came enlightened. So you've been in the desert, but the desert is also symbolizing a time of very deep self-reflection, very deep healing. But in the future, I see peace. I see your emotions are like a river. They are, whatever you are experiencing, it's moving, it's coming and it's going almost. Like you're not holding on to anything. You have reached some kind of high state of being. We talked about Jesus, the 40 days and 40 nights, and that transformed him. So you're going through some transformation, and what the future holds is peace. Yeah, it's very, very deep peace. The Lepidolite is connected to the root chakra and the zodiac Gemini and Scorpio. The element is earth, and I have a little card here so I can read about them. Yeah, and it also says, I release all my blocks to spiritual connection. Yeah, you've released all your blocks, even the fire here. Even the fire here is like calm, you know, calm fire. Yeah. And look at the Page of Wands here. A new adventure is starting where you are connected with the stars. The skies are clear here. There's no more desert. You're deeply connected here. The Queen of Wands, yeah, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles. You're deeply connected and balanced here. There's going to be there's a beautiful chapter coming up in your Akashic records. You need to hear this because maybe you are in the desert. Maybe you are thirsty. Maybe you're lacking things. Maybe you are challenged. But it will change. It will change because you are changing. When you're going through this desert, when you are thirsty, when you are lacking things, when you are challenged, you are going through things. Probably very deep things. The Lepidolite is also a very shamanic stone. So you're going through, you're going very deep, and we also said it's connected to Gemini and Scorpio. So you're going through very deep things. It's challenging your mind, and it's challenging your emotions. But there's a chapter coming up in the future. And I feel it in this reading now. It just feels like I feel so like tranquil almost, you know, and peaceful. It's like, whoa, this was so nice. Complete different energy from pile 1, 2, 3. Today was completely different. All of them actually from each other, I think. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Wow, clouds and shape shifting. Yeah, I said here the sky is clear. Now you are connected. Now you hear the inner voice. You went through some kind of growth here with the Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, you know, and the desert here. And the gateway here is opening. Future is like, wow, yeah. And you shape shifted and the clouds dissipated. The mind is calm now. You are calm now. We have Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. The shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. This is energy. Where did this come from? The Avenger. The Avenger has a cause and a desire to balance the scales of justice. Well, you have a mission here with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It's going to look... You're going to... Oh, wow. How am I going to say this? Your life is going to look much more different in the future than you are visualizing it now, and then you think. Some of you think you have a certain mission, but it's actually going to show itself to be very different. Something with your energy is going to be much more soft and tranquil and calm and peaceful. From this more calm and peaceful energy, you're going to find out that you have a very different mission from what you initially thought. Many of you are standing up and fighting kind of for your cause, or fighting the shadow or the demons, or I don't know what. You've been struggling like a lot, and there has been like a lot of like enemies almost. If it's the enemies of your mind, you know, or if it's the enemy in the external, if it's dark forces, if it's karmic people, there has been like a lot of fighting. And I really feel like tranquility is in your future, and peace. The grandmother stone of peace, you know. The grandmother stone of peace is not an avenger. It's not this fighting spirit, even if it's for justice. This is something completely else. There is a spiritual awakening here on a very high level, and you are going to be guided to something completely. So the Akashic key that you have been too blocked to receive, it has to do with your purpose and your mission and your future, and it's going to look different than you think. Some things, yes, is going to be like you have been feeling it, sensing it, but some things is going to be completely different. It's going to be softer and easier and more uncomplicated almost. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, it's different. And when I go there, it's like, oh, this is nice. I want to keep going this direction. And you're very free. And I feel like you let go of your ego a lot when you were going through this desert phase here. Ace of Wands here, when you went through this big growth here. When you became the Queen of Cups. You've changed. It's like you're changing. You're shape shifting, and you're changing. I mean, like, it's so much, so much. That what you're thinking and feeling now about your future is not going to be what's actually going to happen. And you're being prepared for that. The desert here is not here for it's not just there because out of some kind of punishment or something. You're being prepared. Universe is preparing you. You're chosen for something. Universe is preparing you now. You need to let go of things. You need to heal things. You need to realize things. You need to step into your higher energy here with this very deep peace and deep connection that you have. Shape shift into this energy. What an interesting reading. Let's see here. Everything is a little bit crooked. Let me just fix that really quickly. Yeah, that's better. Wow! Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. Wow. You know, mountain stands a lot for enlightenment. You know, climbing the mountains shows the struggle. You go through the desert. Yeah, it shows the struggle. But then you're ascending the mountain. You're reaching the top. You're reaching your spiritual... I wouldn't call it achievement. Enlightenment is the best word, actually. Your spiritual ascension or your spiritual enlightenment almost, you know. And yeah, keep going forward. It's a very clear path for you. Many of you have a very, very clear destiny and a very clear path. Everything else is just like distractions or things that's just happening around you or things that you need to deal with. You know, like karma and healing and purging and ego deaths and I don't know, this and that and this and that. But everything is leading you to ascend the mountain. Everything is leading you to you are in your Page of Wands energy where this new adventure is starting for you. You have transformed yourself now. You're back into that childlike wonder energy, this pure energy, full of fire, you know, but full of very deep devotion, very deep devotion to your cause. Yeah, the Avenger has a cause. You have a cause here. Now we got the card into the reading here. You have a very strong cause. You are somehow meant to carry the light. Ace of Wands, carry the flame of light. Queen of Cups, bring love into something here. You have a mission. Let's see. I want to know what it is. Yeah, water. A lot of water here in your reading. We have the river. We have the Queen of Cups with the water here. And, you know, we have the Heron with water. You will be able to navigate yourself through any emotions. We had the river, you know, with the movement here and the mirroring here. Yeah, you will be able to handle mirroring. No problem for you anymore. You will be able to handle foggy emotions. You will be able to handle anything because you're keeping your tranquility, your equanimity through whatever is happening. And nothing is going to bother you. You have reached your enlightened state or your highest potential as a soul. And from this place, and this is what they're all trying to get you to. This is, like I said, you have one very clear path. We don't know how long this desert is here. The 40 days and 40 nights for Jesus. This is pretty funny because the other day I was thinking like, yeah, maybe I should do like a 40-day retreat just because like honoring like Jesus that did 40 days and 40 nights. I was like, okay, maybe let's do that. So maybe, you know, 40 days and 40 days, maybe that is a some kind of sign for you. Something with 40, do something 40 days fasting or intermediate fasting or like meditating a little bit in 40 days. I don't know what. Maybe it's 40 years. Maybe it's 40 lifetimes. I don't want to even go there, but you know, but there is a certain amount of time that's meant to be here, where you're meant to be here and go. And this is a very important phase. Without the 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus wouldn't have ascended. He wouldn't have became enlightened. Without Buddha leaving his family and doing so many things before he reached enlightenment. If he wouldn't done all these things and gone through all this meditation and lessons and things, he wouldn't have reached enlightenment. So this is necessary, they say. The door is open here. The door doesn't even have a door. That sounds strange, but the door doesn't even have a door. You know, see, it's completely open. It's more like a gateway than a door. So the gateway is here. It's not closed or anything. It's almost like it's middle in front of you. It's just a realization. It's just a realization. But to get to that almost like realization, you know, you have to go through things here before you're like, whoa, okay. You know, I realize who I am now. I realize who I am. I realize I have, you know, almost realizing deeper spiritual truths and then shape-shifting here. No water or no thought or no feeling has the power over you anymore. You have conquered the human nature of duality, of 3D experience. You have mastered that and you have risen above that. You have ascended the mountain. You have ascended. Now you are ready to fulfill your cause. Well, spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Look at the dove here. You are free. You are in your light body. You are free. You have found spiritual understanding, not found it on a mental level. You have embodied it. You are awakened now. Yeah, Raven and magic. Yeah, I mean, this is very deep for you. I mean, there's a lot of very serious people in pile number 3, where your main purpose and pull and calling is spiritual healing practice And this is the only thing that makes sense for you. You are very, 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 very called to do this. You have a very, very, very clear path. Even if there's a lot of things happening on the path, there's many phases and stages and cycles, it's very clear. It's all leading you to ascend the mountain. It's all leading you to embody this very high spiritual, enlightened embodiment. It is you getting the messages of the cause of what you're meant to do here. And I really think it's going to be something very powerful, but you're doing it from a very deep place of awareness and tranquility and equanimity. And you are somehow meant to change the world. You're meant to, you are a spiritual, you have a spiritual mission, and when you have a spiritual mission, somehow you're meant to change the world. Yeah, that's it. Last card here. Stargate Heart. Heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. We have Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the card of generosity. And then you have generosity here and the heart. The Stargate Heart. This is your heart. Your heart. Wow, it's almost like too powerful. Yeah, very powerful energy, you know. With the raven and with the heart chakra. The raven also many times makes me think of Saint Germain, because Saint Germain, ascended master, that's very connected to helping the whole humanity actually to transform, go through this transformation and ascend to a higher state of being. You know, we go from 3D to 5D. Anyways, I feel like you have Saint Germain very close to you, because you are something with Saint Germain and Violet Flame. You are a transmuter of energy. You are a transmuter of energy, and you hold, your soul is a vessel for very, very high light. And with the Stargate Heart here, you are the chosen one. You know, there are many, you know, chosen ones, but you are the chosen one to hold a certain type of energy. You're a chosen one because you have certain gifts and things. So you have a very specific mission, and it's going to be somehow doing something for the higher good of humanity. And the Stargate Heart is showing your heart. This is the new heart that's being born with. This is the new heart that's going to be activated within you. The 5D heart, the 6D heart, the 7D heart. It's going to be activated within you. This is why the Avenger here, I feel like it's not going to be from a place of fight or something. You're going to be a very peaceful warrior. Yeah, you're going to be a very powerful but very peaceful warrior. It's like the enemies will shake when you just enter into the room, because you emanate so much love. But this is so nice. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. Yeah, you emanate so much powerful love and compassion that the enemies will shake. And what is it is shaking within them is their egos is shaking. So you're going to touch people's life on a very deep level. You're going to change people's lives. Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah, very powerful. I mean, it's going to be all worth it. I think I don't think you have an ego here. So for you, it's like this phase, all this struggling, you're not even going to think about it, because you don't think anymore. You stopped thinking here. Queen of Swords, you know, there's just thoughts. You know, thoughts are coming and going. Everything is coming in waves, actually. Feelings is coming in waves. They come and they go, and they come and they go. Thoughts also, you know, they come and they go. And it's like this, the river, the flow of emotions and thoughts, and you're not affected anymore. This is where you can keep your tranquility and peace, because you're not grabbing the thoughts. You're not grabbing the emotion. You're not identified anymore. It's just like ripples or rivulets. What is it called? Waves. Yeah, waves. Let's go with waves. Waves of thoughts and emotions coming. So you're very grounded in this deep inner peace. Nothing can shake you anymore. Nothing can shake you anymore. And this powerful Stargate heart of yours. Wow. Yeah, very strong. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. A new life for you. A new life for you. So if you're here in the desert, working this through, finding your peace, working through very deep things, this is all going to be worth it. Yeah, you know this. Many of you, you're sensing this. You're feeling this. You feel the pull. You feel the pull pulling you. Nothing makes sense except this. Nothing makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is walking towards the spiritual light. The only thing that makes sense is walking through compassion and love. And this is the calling. This is why are you feeling this so strong? You're feeling this so strong because this is your destiny. This is your path. This is your calling. This is your soul. This is your soul's calling. This is the only thing that makes sense because this is the only thing that's right for you in the end. Yes, there's going to be other beautiful things, of course, happening with this. But the calling is very strong. It's very important that you follow it through. When you're not living aligned with this calling of yours, you're going to suffer even more. You're suffering. Suffering comes a lot for you when you're misaligned, when you're sacrificing your calling because of this or because of that, because of some attachment or because something else. I think when you walk astray from the path, I think your soul and your guides are very quick with bringing you back to the path, because I think also yourself, you're very quick in awakening because you suffer a lot when you're not on the right path. So that is your almost like compass. When you start to suffer a lot and when you feel confused, that is the kind of almost showing you that you're not aligned with your path, because your path is full of healing. Your path is full of spiritual realizations. Your path is full of periods of your time where you are very alone and you are in solitude and you're working with yourself. Because this is a very deep path. This is a very deep path, but it's very, very beautiful. Yeah, very beautiful. Keep going forward because you are ascending the mountain. Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice. Okay, pile number 3. This was such a nice reading. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. I feel very touched and I feel like my energy is like, oh, this is so, I can sense it. Yeah, I can sense it. This was definitely my pile as well. Yeah, I feel it so strongly. So anyways, pile number 3, if you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. And yeah, either way, I really wish you all the best and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.